All right, so the time now is about 10:51 p.m. I mean a.m. I will be doing some hacker ranks for about 1.5 hours. This is not part of my blind 75 grind, but it's something that some interviewers do use. So I plan to be doing this not on LeetCode anymore, but on HackerRank directly. So the reason why I'm recording this is that I want to get into the habit of talking while I'm coding. So I think at this point, I plan to use HackerRank and practice some Python, React, and SQL, which is the role that I've gotten an interview for. So of course, let's do some React and let's see. Item list manager. Create a React app to add items to a list using an input field and a button. Ensure the input clears after adding and prevents empty. So I've never tried this before, so I'll give it a try. So yeah. So if you rank it in terms of familiarity, I would say amongst Python, SQL, and React, I'm a bit more familiar with Python. Not Python, React, because I've been doing React for quite a few years at my current place. So let's take a look at the question. Item list manager. You are tasked with creating a simple React application called Item List Manager that displays a list of items and allows users to add new items. Then another list UL, and there will be an input field along with a button to add new items to this list. Okay, so you can see it's over here. Okay. Then when the application loads, it should display an empty list. So I think we will tackle the requirements one to one. All right, so we have an initial state of nothing. And this use state will ensure that it is purely front end. So items is purely front end. Did I accidentally add something? Items is purely front end. So be will not contain any lists. Okay. So the input, of course, should be empty. And it should accept user text input. So right now, let's give it a test. It does. So right now, let's take a look at the input. The type is text. Okay. Value is input. On change, you set the input using the event handler. And the placeholder is enter item. And the data test ID is input field. So this should be how they are testing the system. When the button is clicked, we have to do a few things. All right. So handle add item. The text for the input field should be added to the list. So what we want to do now is to capture the input. So const handle add item. So first of all, capture the input. So item name is equals to input. All right. Then at this point, what I want to do is to append this item to the list. So let's take a look at the list. The list right now is a map of an item and the index. So the list key is index. That is very standard because in the event that you have duplicate items, the minimal you can do is that index is always unique. So in the list key, this doesn't really matter. We can see that item is purely what's displayed, right? So all I need to do is to do this. Items, set items to the existing items. And then I do a return dot items and item name. So just a simple test. The input field should be cleared whenever you clear. So once I append it, I will clear the input field. So set input to be empty string. All right. And then if the input field is empty and the button is clicked, nothing should be added. So we will do this at the start. So this is actually number 4. This is number 5. And then number 6 is a guard clause. 6 guard clause. So what we want to do is if input is, or rather if input is equals to empty string or input is equals to null or input is equals to undefined, then I will return. So this does nothing. It just returns. So initial state, list is empty. So let's give it a test. A, B, C. So if I were to refresh this page, right, it should have nothing. And if I were to click this, nothing happens. And so far, everything is okay. So let's run some tests. I'm not sure how they do tests, but it seems that I passed every single thing. So I'll submit the code and I've solved the challenge. So I'm very glad that this medium level React question only took about 5 minutes. So let us get back and check something else. So we prepare for more React question. So I've gotten, let's see. All right, so I need 60 more points. So this one will give me 60. Code review feedback. Or rather, we can do a contact form. Let's give it a try. So I'm just going to do one more React question because React is really fundamentally not that hard, which is why a lot of people use it. And if you go into the extreme difficulty level React, right, you have to take a look at all the nuances. So let's see. Contact form. You need to create a simple React application called contact form. So I've created lots of contact forms, lots of forms in general for my React application before. So you need to create a simple React application called, okay, you see they don't let you copy, right? Because they don't want you to use ChatGPT. Displays it below the form upon submission. This task will help you practice handling form inputs, validation, and conditional rendering. So this case, right, is a very typical form because one very big thing about form, that's why we have stuff like React, Hook Form, RHF, we have Formic, we have lots of form libraries for React. So let's try writing our own form validation, form input, and conditional rendering form in React. Detailed requirement, the form structure. So we take a look at the form. We have a name, email, and message. Okay. The form should have the following fields: name, email, and message. Message is particularly a text area, so you can see the number of lines it has. There should be a submit button to submit the form. Okay. Form validation. Validate that none of the fields are empty upon submission. Okay. So there's two types of validations. Okay. Add logic to validate. Okay. So we will be doing a validation. So if let's say no name or no email or no mess. Okay, none of the fields are empty, right? So all three are required. We can just set error to be every one of the fields are empty. Okay. If any field is empty, display an error message. Okay. All fields are required. Okay. All fields are required. The form should not be submitted. So what we do now is we return. Okay, that's it. You can use the set error function. All right. Displaying submitted data. So this is a very easy one because I've done stuff like your name, you have to do trims and stuff like that. So in fact, what I will do, right, is I will do a trim on every single thing because trim will actually allow you to, okay, never mind, you know what? I'm not gonna jump the gun and pretend I know stuff that I don't. Okay. If the form is submitted successfully, display the entered information below the form. Clear the input fields after a successful submission. So set submitted data. We will uncomment this. And then the initial state, the form is displayed with empty fields. Okay, that's over here. And the user action one, John Doe. So you do John Doe, John at example.com. Hello there. Okay, click submit. So entered information. So once we set the submitted data, right, what I want to do is actually to clear the input fields. Clear input fields after submission. So clear the input fields, right? So we can do one shot, set name equals to null, set email equals to empty, and set message equals to empty. All right, input fields are cleared. So let's take a look. We submit, and then we get John Doe, John example, hello there. So user filled in some stuff, all right? So I'm going to refresh just to check that it's that it's initiated with nothing. Okay, so I do a ASD. All fields are required. So no information. So we will run the tests. So this is overall still a pretty basic question. I've submitted this. All right, so let's go back to React. And then I'm pretty happy to be able to get that. So max score is 60. All right. So maybe we'll just do one more question. Maybe we try article sorting. Let's try a hard. Okay. Okay, this I did not expect the medium to be so easy. So at this point, I will be trying a hard. So really, there's not much data structures analysis here. It's mostly about how you do the front end, right? The logical front end. So let's see. Create a React application called article sorting. Okay, articles that displays the list of articles and allows users to sort them based on upvotes and publication date. So this is very easy, right? You have your inbuilt JavaScript sorting, which takes care of every single thing. Some core functionalities have already been implemented, but the application is not complete. So we will expand this first. Okay, application requirements are detailed below. Okay, and the finished application must pass all the unit tests. So let's take a look. This is what I'm here for. Articles component takes an array of articles, okay, as a prop. Each element of this array is an object with three properties. Okay, so you look at your properties. You have your string, your title, which is type string, uh, upvotes is number, and date string. So your date string is particularly given in YYYY, month, date, the best string. Because why I say this is the best is that you can just sort it very easily. Or you can alternatively convert this into a date, get the number behind it. So you get the sort of to convert it into a timestamp and then just compare it based on the Unix timestamp. Okay, let's go. By default, the article should be displayed in a table ordered by the number of upvotes in descending order. So number of upvotes default is upvotes descending. Okay. Clicking the most upvoted should reorder and display the articles by the number of upvotes in descending order. So by default is this, and most upvoted is also this. Okay. Clicking on the most recent button should reorder and display the articles by date. So most recent will be date descending. Okay. Assume that each article has a unique published date and number of upvotes. So good thing is all upvotes and dates are unique. So I've done lots of lists, and in fact, I've done lots of dashboards that require me to sort things. And most of the time, you don't have this unique clause because the thing is, you can have lots of updates within a certain day, and even down to the millisecond, they have a possibility of being the same thing. So you have to do some internal sorting. Right. If the date is the same, the number of upvotes is the same, then you can at least sort it by the title. All right. So let's take a look. You can assume that let's take a look. The articles are displayed in the table ordered by number of upvotes in the descending order. Okay. The most upvoted button and the most recent button are displayed. Clicks the most recent button and okay. So I think uh what I'll have to do, right, is to okay, I'm not too sure how to get some inputs. So perhaps I can take a look at the app.js and then articles is actually over here. So you see, now we have to implement across different files, right? So app.js is the main app. Articles is basically just this component. Okay, so handle most upvoted, we will take in the articles. So let's see where articles is at. Okay, take a look. Okay, we can possibly cheese this by taking a look at I mean, there's probably some tests, right? Oh, look, that's probably the answer. So to cheese this, right, we might want to create more uh we might want to create more uh articles for us. So perhaps okay. So at this stage, right, I'm going to import articles from the constants.js. Import articles data from constants.js. Okay. And if let's say I were to uh if let's say I were to just display something, right? If I just display above the buttons, right? Let's see. Above here, I'll just do like this, and I'll do articles data JSON dot stringify articles data. So this is the most straightforward way that I can think of just to display the data, right? So you can get all this, okay? And then in the event that articles doesn't have anything, you'll have the title, upvotes, and stuff like that. So that's like the header. So the T body, right? What I'm gonna do is to do this. I'm gonna change the data to articles.data. All right. So there is no uh there is nothing that is displaying all this data right now. So the first thing that I want to do is to display the data. Right. So it's a very simple thing to do. We just do a map. Okay, wait, let me just comment this out and then I'll run a map. So articles dot map article, and then I will return the component. Okay. So maybe I'll just write down the function article entry is equals to article returns let's see, we'll just copy this code over and then we'll just uncomment it. To uncomment it, what do I do? I'll just do this and this. Okay, so what do I do now? I will return an article entry. Oops. Okay, so test ID, the key, right? I'm just gonna put the index here. All right. So this is gonna be index. So this is the unique identifier. Okay. And the test ID is equals to article. Maybe I'll just keep this. I'm not sure whether they need that for the test ID. Okay. So we'll do article dot, let's see, title. Okay, so we'll do title upvotes date. Article dot upvotes article dot date. Okay, so once this is done, I will just simply do a article entry, article equals to article, and index. We will just call this index, and then we'll do index is equals to index, and then return. Right. So now there is a title, there is a upvotes, and there is a date. So now the question becomes, why is there nothing? But it is clearly getting all this. Right. So let's take a look. Console.log article. Okay. So later, after this, I will open the console and I'll be able to see that article is an object with the title, upvotes, and the date. So right now, what I'm doing is still a bit wrong. Okay. Actually, why is it wrong? It should be article dot title, right? Unless I'm spelling something wrongly. So this is probably a very dumb error. So let me just debug this. I'll just do article dot title, and then we'll see what goes on. Undefined. Article dot article. Oh, okay. Let's see why. So article is consisting of two things, the article and the index. So articles dot map is equivalent to each of these objects, and then, but this doesn't make sense. Why do I need to dereference it twice? Right. Let's take a look at the constants. Articles data, right? It's an array of objects. If it's an array of objects, and when I map it, I will get. Hmm. If I do this, what do I get? I don't get anything. So this is slightly wrong. So article dot article. Let's see if anything comes up, and it does for some weird reason. So articles dot map. Each article should be one object inside, which I believe. Am I destructuring it wrongly? No, this is how it should always be. The callback is just like that. Right. So I feel like there's something different about this. So it's okay. Right now, let me just do the article and article. Okay, let's take a look. Undefined. Let's refresh and see whether the bug still exists. So sometimes React is a little buggy. Okay, good. So I will firstly remove the JSON dot stringify dot articles dot map. Maybe I can just do a map and I'll do the article article. Close it. Okay, perfect. So now we have this. Okay. And okay, I'm still quite perplexed by this because it's an array of objects, right? Even here it says array of objects. And then over here, it is an array of objects. And over here, it is an array of objects. So perhaps I'll do a console.log articles. So at this point, I get 7 objects. Each object is a title, message. Okay. So at this point, article. Why is it that I do console.log article, I get an object with the index? That's wrong. So map is a callback of value and the index, right? Hmm. So if let's say I change this to just article and I don't do the index. Okay, let's see. Cool. If I just purely pass in the article, right, it works. But there, each list must have a unique. Oh, oh my God. It's because I didn't do this. Okay, understood. So now it's just props. Right. So I want to destructure the props. Yeah, this is a common mistake. So I'll do this, and I'll do this, and I'll do this, and I'll do this, and I'll do index. And then I just do index is equal to index. So this should work just fine. All right, so I just refresh this, and hopefully nothing happens. Ah, article next. So you have to destructure your props. If not, they'll take the whole thing as a prop, and index will never be read. Okay, good. So now we have this. Okay, so no longer perplexed. Something dumb that I forgot. Okay, let's delete this. So now I need to be able to sort by the number of upvotes by default. So handle most upvoted. I will do articles dot sort. Uh, let's see, articles dot sort. So I will do A and B, and then what I want to do is to return number of A dot upvotes. Sorry, upvotes minus. Sorry, I can't do return. I just need to put this here. Number B dot upvotes. Okay, so this one. So this is also the same thing. We do articles dot sort and A comma B, and then we do a. I'll just expand this out. So const A date is equals to let's see what the so new date A dot date const B date is equals to new date B dot date, and we can just return A date minus B date. A date to I'll just do the get. I need to get a timestamp. So let's see. What do I usually do? To get time minus b date dot get time. So by default, what I want to do is a use effect. So this runs once, and I will do I'll run a handle most upvoted once, and then I'll do articles as opposed to articles, and then I will import use effect from React. Okay, let's see if it works. Okay, some errors. Each child in the list should have a unique key prop. Did I not give a key? What set? Okay, let's see. Tuk, 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 tuk. All right, so yeah, the what set. Okay, very good. So now the handle most upvoted is doing it wrongly. So I need to do descending, right? So B minus A. And descending should be B date minus A date. Okay, good. Most recent. Oh, okay. So I need to do local state. So this is interesting. So I'll do fonts, articles, local, set articles, local. Then we'll do articles, new state of articles. Okay. Then we will do a set articles local is equals to this. Then we'll do set article local is equals to this. So now I need a use effect. So I'll handle most upvoted. Okay. I'll run this once and then I'll set articles local. Right. So pretty basic. The console, let's see. Articles. Render method of articles. Maybe the key I gotta write it here. Okay, so now the sorting is not very uh the sorting is not done. But if we press sort by most upvoted, let's see. I will do console.log here. Then I'll do a console.log there. Yeah, let's go. Sort there. And it will run by the most recent. Okay, so this is a hard question for good reason. So the most recent one is here. Okay, so maybe at this point we'll console that. Oh, I have to actually leave. I have to actually leave the app for it to. How does this work, man? Okay, let me just run some tests. We'll just run some tests to see whether it works. Okay. Initial articles render correctly. Clicking on top renders expected articles. Clicking the newest renders expected articles. Sequence of navigation click renders. Wait. Okay, let's see. Let's clear this again. Okay, so don't want to spend too much time on this. I'll just finish this off and then we will move on to Python. Move on to SQL. So let's see. We will do. I'll do this. Then I will do articles. Okay. So when articles comes in, it will do a sort. So if I run the test now, the initial render will come correctly. Clicking on the newest renders expected. So newest is this. And see let's see whether it goes. Okay, this is not working. What if I just do B date? Okay, so now I'm gonna click there, and the rendering doesn't work. So most recent. Okay, so this works already. The there doesn't work, but this works. Okay, so let's see. Okay, minus a date dot get time mission. Hmm. Okay. So whenever you have to deal with date, right? Date is actually one of the most painful things to deal with. So let's see. We click this. Okay, never mind. Hmm. So let's see. Fonts, new articles, supposed to articles dot sort A B. Then we do this. Fonts goes A new date dot A dot date. Fonts B date is equals to new date. B dot date is converting it to date. Then we'll return A B B date, which is the time, which is possibly bigger to be on top. A date dot get time. Then we'll console dot log new articles. And then we will set articles local to new articles. So now I sorted it. By right, this should be the latest one. So it works. The sorting works. You know, the sorting does work. So hey, this is absolutely sad. Articles local. Set articles local and hey, done. Oh, why is it so slow? Okay, let me see. Let me see. Please, let me see why is it so slow. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Not sure if it's maybe I can't use the use effect here. Right. So oh wow. Okay. Okay, so I'll just do articles, local. Sorry, articles. Right. And then I'll just run handle most upvoted on. Okay, let's go. Top down. Too many re-renders. Okay, so handle most upvoted. Okay, then we'll just run this. Refresh. Hope for the best. So we do articles. Okay, let's see. Oh my God. Hmm, it's absolutely terrible. Yeah, let's check. What? Holy, this is weird. This is weird. Be rebel challenge name that validates input fields. And, nope, not this. Okay. Okay. Mm. Articles local. Tough one, tough one. Know what? I want to use the use state differently. Uh, sort. Sort type, set sort type. Supposed to use state of one. Okay. Set sort type one. Then I will do set sort type two. So const uh most upvoted. Const most date two. So by default is most upvoted most upvoted, and this is date. I don't know how this works. And then now I want to do uh I'll do sort type goes to one. Then I will do this. Else you will return articles, articles. Okay. So now I'll run a very inefficient thing. Number b dot upvotes a dot upvotes. Okay. Then now I'm gonna do this. Dot sort a b, and now we'll do a return on a date. So new date a dot cons b date is equals to new date v dot date, and then I will do a return b date get time minus a date dot get time, and then what I want to do is, oh hell yeah, Oof. Why did that work? That is so dumb. Holy, okay, let's just go back. Let's see, 30 more points to get my next star. Wow. Okay, I'm kind of done with React. So the time now is 11:38. I have some time. I'll be doing another question on SQL. So I'm gonna go and do SQL. SQL, SQL. Okay, perhaps we start with revising the select query, right? So query all columns for all American cities in the city table with populations larger than country code for America is USA. So select star, so it select all from uh city where country code equals to USA. Does this work? Let's see. I mean, I've kind of forgot the syntax for oh, let's see, where country equals to USA and population is greater than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's my vote. Please let me pass. Oh, I don't remember it. Maybe there's a syntax error. You all put unexpected token was found after SA. Or do I not use the string? What the hell? Okay, wait, hold up. Okay, select all from city where city dot country code equals USA and population is greater. Where is run code? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. What's wrong with SQL query? Ah, so let's see. Oh my God, I forgot to add the closing semicolon. Okay, let's see where country code goes to single quotes, and then we close this, and then we run. I hope this works. Okay, good. Wait, let me just submit code. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I forgot about the closing semicolon. Let's go. Been so long, man. Okay, let's see. I've earned 10 points. Okay, let's just do a few more SQL basic questions because I'm clearly not at the level. Okay, let's do this. Query the name field. Select name from city where where country code goes to USA and population is larger than. I think this is just to revise some syntax. Let's just check. Oh, it takes so long, man. So for SQL, I plan to do some mediums, and then if I have time later, I'll do Python for some mediums. Oh my God, I forgot again. Good. Yeah, so SQL, I'll do medium. React, I can try hard because I really have much more experience with React than SQL and Python, especially Python. SQL, I did it in school. Python is more of a Telegram bot that I vibe coded, but I have some knowledge of how Python works because at one point in my career, or not my career, in my school life, I was interested in ML AI. Okay, so now I have 20 points. Let me go back to SQL and do some mediums now. Okay, select all. Let's see. We'll do the difficulty medium. The pets, create the name and abbreviated occupation for each person in occupations. Let's try. So generate the following two results sets. Query an alphabetically ordered list of all names in occupations, immediately followed by each first letter of each profession as a parenthetical enclosed in parentheses. For example, an actor name, a doctor name, a professor name. Wait, I don't get it. Query query an alphabetically ordered list of names immediately followed by the first letter of each profession. Query the number of occurrences. At least two entries for each type of occupation. Input format. Occupation is described as name and occupation. Okay. So Ashley P. Christine P. Okay. Let's try. I want to use MySQL. I don't know what DB2 is. Okay. Select. Select. Uh, select. Uh, so now I'm gonna okay, let me occupations. Okay, so at this point I'll ask ChatGPT because I really don't know how to do the syntax for that. So basically, I need to append name plus first letter of occupation in my select query. Example is Ashley professor becomes Ashley E. Right, is it correct? Yes. How how can I do so? Concat select concat. We do name, uh, open bracket, left. So what is left? Left of occupation, and then closing bracket from occupations. Okay, that's the first one. Second one is I need to, how do I print out the fact that, let me just run the code. Oh, left occupation, one character from the left. Sorry. So my output is like this. Okay. Then I need to group by. How do I print this out? Okay, let's see. How do I print out text after uh documenting? After doing this okay, this query. Oh, okay, let's go. Select concat Uh, there are a total of, okay, this is the first time I'm actually using concat in SQL. I've never learned this before. Please select concat. There are a total of count, uh, occupation. Then we do uh I don't even know if this lower. There is a lower. Oh my days. Then we do lower occupation. Then we do a S. Full stop. From occupations group by occupation, order by count occupation. Right. So let's run the code. Hey, shit balls. Yep. Wrong answer. 3447. Why is this wrong? Okay. One out of one test case is failed. This is crazy, man. Actors, singers, professors. Okay. Order by. Then we do order by. Then occupation. Then it's correct what? This is what prof P D P P P 7 professor P P 18. Wait, there seems to be something wrong. 3 plus 4, 4 plus 7. Correct one, there's 18 people. Hold up. Okay, what is this? Four singers back to back. No, I'm pretty sure this is correct. Query, okay. Alphabetically ordered list. Oh, oh. I need to sort. Order by, and then after that, order by the name. Cannot, I don't say. See. Group by. So Test case is failing because I cannot order by name. Hmm, there are a total of count. Just like anyone. Okay, let's see. What if I do this? Don't get it. What's the difference? I need to, yeah, I need to sort them by options. So how, how can I sort the names for the occupations based first before I aggregate? Oh, wait, the first query is wrong. Order by name. Okay, let's submit the code. Okay, I definitely need to try another one. Nope. Let me try again. Medium. Eh, have I not submitted this? Okay, wait, maybe let's try this. New companies. Oh my God. Amber's conglomerate corporation just acquired some new companies. Each of the companies follow this hierarchy: founder, lead manager, senior manager, manager, employee. Even the table schemas below, write a query to print the company code, founder name, total number of lead managers, total number of senior managers, total number of managers, total number of employees. Wait, I don't get it. Okay. Given the table schemas below, write a query to print the company code, founder name, total number of lead managers, total number of senior managers, total number of managers, and total number of employees. Order your output by ascending company code. Okay, common node of a string. Sorting should not be numeric. So company is company code. Company company equals to company code plus founder. Okay. Lead manager, lead manager code, company code. Okay. This probably has to do with some joins. Senior manager code is equals to senior manager code, lead manager code, company code. Okay, then I'm gonna copy. Then manager is equals to manager code SM code. Okay, Then employee is the biggest one. Employee goes to uh employee code, M code. Okay. So there are five tables. LM1, C1. Okay. In C1, the only lead manager is LM1. Okay. There are two senior managers, SM1 and 2. In company C1, SM1 and 2 under LM1. Okay. In company C2, there are two, the only lead manager is LM2, the only senior manager is LM3. And then there are two managers, M2 and M3. Okay, let's see. So what do I do now? Okay, given a table schemas below, write a query to print the company code, founder name, total number of lead managers, total number of senior managers. Holy, okay. So company code. Okay, so company we can just keep as company. Lead must join. Use CTE. With in combine company lead. Think senior manager, lead manager. Not sure how to derive mimic elements in SQL. Oh, select this thing. Wow. Wait, select this thing. Okay, we'll do um, company dot company code, uh, company dot founder, and then count count distinct LM found distinct uh senior manager senior manager quote found distinct manager not manager quote found distinct uh employee code. Okay, from company left join. So left join uh lead manager on company on company code is equals to lead manager dot lead manager left join senior manager on senior manager dot sorry, it should be yeah. Company code equals to senior manager dot company code left join manager on manage company code equals to manager dot company code left join employee on employee dot company code equals to company employee dot company code. Okay, that's a lot. Then after that we will do group by company dot company code comma company dot founder order by company dot company. Let's see. Please, kind sir. Hey, wait, why am I not supposed to put a bracket? Let us try. You stop adding random brackets to stuff. Okay, that's great. So I think before this, let me just revise. Left join SQL. So left outer join returns all rows from the left table and the match rows from the right table. So let's see. So you will return all managers, even though some. Okay, I think truncated. I don't know what this means, but I think some companies, uh, let's see. Oh wow. So why left join? Left join because, so let me just ask ChatGPT, like, you know what? Why left join over here? I feel like I can't really explain anymore. Okay, so company is the base table, and then you got a company founder and all accounts. So I mean, based on my results, where is it? Based on the result, it seems that you have at least one. So if we don't do left join, if I just do join, let's see, let's run the code and see whether it works. So is there any like okay, let's see. If join works right, then we do left join only if there's a chance that there is no lead manager, senior manager, or manager. Gonna take a mental break for a while. Yep. Okay. So note if there's a chance of uh having zero roles for a certain node. I mean, the fact that they all have company code inside is a very big bonus. So if there's a chance of having zero rows for a certain table, for a certain company, need left join. Okay, good. All right, good. I tried it with the regular inner join and it worked. So I assume this question has a constraint where all rows have minimally one counter. Okay. Okay, I have it's about 12:15 now. Quite happy. I mean, this is a lot easier than just trying my hardest to sit down and look at the code. So why I'm doing this is because I don't really want to brute force so many questions and fry my brain before possibly uh, a test later. So perhaps I think we can probably do one more Python and then we'll be done for the day. So let's, you know what? Let me take a pause for a bit to go to the washroom. Okay, so at this point, we are doing some Python programming. So we define, I'm going to do this magic square problem. We define a magic square to be n by n matrix of distinct integers from 1 to n square, where the sum of any row, column, or diagonal length of n is always equals to the same number, the magic constant. So we can convert any digit alpha to any digit beta in the range of 1 to 9 at the cost of alpha minus beta, given as convert it into a magic square at minimal cost. Print this on a new line. The resulting magic square must contain distinct integers in the recursive range of 1 to 9. So this example is 534, 158, 642, converted to a magic square. 834 is 8 plus 7, 15, 15, 15, then 15, 15, 15, and 15, and 15. So 3 minus 4 equals to 1. Using zero-based indexing. Wow, some crazy ass algorithms. Okay, let's take a look at the idea of magic square. Of magic square. What's the heuristic? This is gonna do a brute force. Turns out there is only 8 magic squares. And then, hmm, let's say base, base is equals to 492, 357, 815. Okay, so what are the 8? So I rotate this up, so it's 834, then 834, 834, 834. So that's 4, and then we can flip it around and it'll be the same. So it'll be 275, So, well, you know what? I'm not gonna do this for now. I'm done for the day. My brain is fried. I'm just gonna leave it at this. I will give it a try after my work and possibly just try the Python test later. All right, see you guys.